Alright, we just had Balin's Skull come to the game. Now we got another new character, Padawan Sabine Wren. I already did that in Developer's Insights, which would be uploaded right before this one, so check that one out if you haven't. If you didn't and you don't want to, whatever, this is the better video. It's the kit reveal, which is what we all care about. So, without any further ado, let's get it. Alright, first basics. Practiced swing. Wearing that helmet. And just a spin and a basic looking slash. Of course, they're going up against a goofy 3PO type and a probe droid, like always. But this time she's in the middle of the woods. Final text. Sabine gains the plus 20% armor protection for one turn, stacking max 60. Deal physical damage to target enemy. This ability gains 15% critical chance for each ally below 100% health. Gains 15% crit chance for each ally below 100% health. Huh. So she's on like a full team of 5. And they're not, and they only have to be below 100%, so you could be at like 90. You're still pretty healthy. But then she's gaining at least 15 times 4. 60% crit chance. Hey, that's funny. That matches the other thing too. It says stacking max 60% for the armor penetration. Frantic Strike has a cooldown of 3. Oh, this is the one that I was confused about, because it says she targets one enemy while hitting everybody. So it looks like she shoots the one and then maybe hits everyone else with her saber. Shoots the probe droid and hits both of them. Final text. Deal physical damage to target enemy and inflict pinned for 2 turns. Oh, that's a new ability. Then deal damage to all enemies and inflict off balance on them for 1 turn. Enemies critically hit by the stack are inflicted with another stack of off balance for 1 turn, which can be evaded or resisted. Pinned, that says you can't gain bonus turn meter, and the pinned character has minus 25% speed, which doesn't stack with breach or speed down. Off balance, you lose 10% health and 10% turn meter if you're damaged by an attack. It's kind of funny because both of these moves make me think of like global modifiers in Galactic Challenge. Oh, this is what pinned does. This is what off balance does. Special number 2, fallback tactic. Cooldown of 3. Tries to use the force. Doesn't have enough mastery. Shoots the motherfucker instead. Final text. Deal physical damage twice to target enemy. Twice? When did she do the first time? When she failed to use the force? For each buff and debuff on the target enemy, this attack gains 10% critical damage. Max 100. This attack gains 5% critical damage for each Mandalorian ally, doubled for Spectre allies, which I'm pretty sure is only her and the new Ezra for now. I don't know who else is a Spectre. Remove 25% turn meter and an additional 5% turn meter per relic level for each critical hit scored. Plus an additional 5% turn meter for each relic level. That's goofy. And since you need her to be Relic 7 to unlock Ahsoka, a lot of people should end up with her at Relic 7. So you're gaining plus 35% turn meter at least. Unique 1, Sentinel of Lothal. It's got a Zeta and an Omicron. Final text. Padawan Sabine Wren has 25% critical damage, critical chance, and critical damage, and 70% counter chance. Isn't that exactly the same as her unique that she already has on the Rebels? I mean, on the Phoenix version of her? If there is a light side Mandalorian ally in the leader slot, whenever Sabine uses a special ability, she gains a stack of Ancestral Resolve, max 100, for the rest of battle, which can't be copied, dispelled, or prevented. Whenever another Spectre ally uses a special ability, Sabine gains 1 stack of Force Connection, doubled if the ally is Ahsoka Tano, for the rest of battle, which can't be copied, dispelled, or prevented. Whenever Sabine gains a stack of Force Connection from another Spectre ally, she gains an additional stack of Force Connection. So she gains 2 from any other ally. It just seems kind of goofy the way they word it. Whenever Ahsoka Tano uses an ultimate ability, Sabine gains 10 stacks of Force Connection and 5% Mastery for the rest of the battle, which can't be copied, dispelled, or prevented. At 20 stacks of Force Connection, and every 10 stacks after, Sabine gains an extra 50% critical damage for the rest of the battle. While in Territory Wars, so her Omicron is Territory Wars. Light side Mandalorian allies have plus 50% defense, offense, and plus 30 speed, double the first Spectre allies. That's very random. It says light side Mandalorians, and then we're switching over to talk about Spectres. Whenever Sabine gains a stack of Ancestral Resolve or Force Connection, she also gains plus 2%, I don't know why I said plus, critical damage and defense penetration. Oh my god, how long is this thing? If the allied leader is Ahsoka Tano, Sabine starts the battle with 20 stacks of Force Connection. Whenever Ahsoka Tano gains a special ability, she gains 10% ultimate charge. Okay, so this is the Omicron working on Sabine, but for Ahsoka, because it says whenever she uses a special ability, she gains 10% ultimate charge. Whenever Ezra Bridger Exile gains Purgal Migration, he gains an additional 5 stacks of Purgal Migration. Whenever a Spectre ally loses Exile, they gain 300% offense for 2 turns. When they come out of Exile, then they're ready to just tear shit up. This stupid unique is way too long. You said too much. Jeez, I almost feel like they should have just made 2 uniques. Then you could have split it up and had a little in one and a little in another. I feel like I don't even know what this thing does. There's too much going on. Let's see. She has 25% critical chance and critical damage and 70% counter chance. Then it says something about if you have a Mandalorian ally in the leader slot, whenever she uses a special ability, she gains a stack of Ancestral Resolve, which doesn't really tell us what Ancestral Resolve does, because they're so busy writing this book that they forgot to tell us. Then whenever another Spectre ally uses an ability, she gains a stack of Force Connection, doubled if that ally is Ahsoka Tano. If she gains a stack of Force Connection from another Spectre ally, which I guess would be Ezra, then she gains 2 instead. Whenever Ahsoka uses an ultimate ability, Sabine gains 10 stacks of Force Connection and 5% Mastery for the rest of the battle. When she hits 20 stacks of Force Connection, and at every 10 stacks after that, she gains an extra 50% critical damage for the rest of the battle. I don't know, just trying to read it faster so we can condense all that down. And then there's all this crap too with the Omicron. I don't know, too much. Let's see what the community says, if there's any comments. Yeah, 26. Why doesn't Sabine have the Jedi tag? Reason given: game balance. Oh, now you care about the game balance after completely destroying Fleet Arena with the dagger changes. I say that she doesn't have the Jedi tag because she's not really a Jedi. She's barely a Padawan. So it'd be kind of stupid to give her the tag. Also, yeah, just like this comment says here, I forgot to say that Ahsoka's not a Jedi either. She's an unaligned Force user. She left the Jedi Order when she became Fulcrum. And now she's just a gray Jedi, but that doesn't make her a real Jedi anymore. This is just people arguing about apprentices and stuff, Padawans and all this. Let's see. Honestly, I like... What is this about? Is this more defense of that? Honestly, I like that just because it's more canon than most of the game. XD and SW in Star Wars Rebels, she was shown to have very little to zero Force sensitivities. Not only in the Ahsoka series, she is a Jedi Padawan wielding Force and lightsaber. Yeah, I know. Swarm the survey requesting they fix the disastrous fleet situation. People have been. They've been complaining up a storm, but I don't think anything's really happening. Already on it. Every time they put out a forum post, I'm reminding them of their trash decision. My meta-defining fleet is left up to a coin toss if it wins against an opponent. First, cool. Teaser for when Galat is coming, next Datacron set. Within the next 50 days, and all remaining Rex are R7 marquees, lol. Are they really? Because she's only got 2 sets of her marquees, her requirements given, so are they really a whole bunch of marquees?
I get that you're probably contractually obligated to make these D+ show characters for the game, but man, this is a depressing reminder of what Star Wars is now compared to what it was. You know, that's pretty true.
Like, I was just thinking about that myself, too. Like, it sucks now. These new... I feel like the old Phoenix team was so much cooler. We get this dumb new Ezra. Ugh. This dumb new GL Ahsoka who doesn't even care. She's just worthless. Like, she was so much cooler as Snips, and even as Fulcrum. She cared more. Now she's just, I'm a Jedi. My name's Rosario Daddario, or whatever the heck my name is. Rosario Dawson. And she's just boring. Then you got this new dumb Sabine. The old Sabine was way cooler. I know that's not what this person's saying, but just these new characters, that's what I've been thinking. Like, we got this Sabine, and I'm like, oh, I don't like this Sabine. Old Sabine was way cooler. Anyways, can't have the Coder 2 protagonists, or Red 5 Luke, or heck, even the good Disney Plus show characters like Crosshair or Val, and the other supporting characters from Andor, but gotta have that new Sabine tune in game ASAP. I don't know, it's so boring and gay. I mean, in all fairness though, they did say have that new Sabine tune in game ASAP. It wasn't really ASAP. I mean, Ahsoka came out, what, a year or two ago? Having a new character in game ASAP would be like putting Khmer in the game, or what was the broad's name? Amandla Steinberg's character's name. What was it? Jeez, that's how forgettable the show is. I can't even remember her name, and there's two. Osha and, what was the other one's name? I don't know, but you know, that would be putting characters in the game ASAP, or even putting Soul in the game or something. It's even more depressing to realize Acolyte is probably coming up next. I mean, that's what I figured too. The kit looks cool enough if it had another character's face on top of it. Right now, though, it's just a stark reminder of the state of the universe right now. Womp womp. That's wild, because Ahsoka was a good show, and I've been waiting a while now for Sabine, Padawan Sabine. Can't wait to unlock her. I don't think the show was that good. I mean, it wasn't Acolyte level of terrible, but it wasn't very good either. First off, it's kind of forgettable. I don't remember it, so it couldn't have been that good. But what I do remember, it was just kind of there. I feel like the Phoenix characters being added to the team, I mean, to the, what am I trying to say? Not real life, but becoming live action. There we go, that's the word. Was kind of just weird. None of them really felt like themselves when they were animated, so they just felt like a whole cast of new characters pretending to be these existing characters. Like, Ahsoka herself was just so bland and just boring and terrible. Really wasn't that good of a show. Saw it once, can barely remember it, and I'm not interested in watching it again. Like, anyways, this guy says, that's wild because no, it wasn't. The writing, acting, and characters were atrocious. Well, except for Balin and Shin, anyways. Rebel Sabine was awesome. Surviving a lightsaber wound to the chest and now being a Jedi is an awful twist, and the show was mid at best, destructive to prior lore at other times. That's a convo for another forum. Yeah, Balin's like the only thing that was cool in the show. I always liked him. Shin was okay. Balin was cooler, though. But yeah, otherwise, this show was stupid. Considering Ezra and Sabine both have parts of Kanan's abilities, should one suspect that all the members of the Spectre team will pull parts from Kanan's abilities, or is this just an Ezra-Sabine thing since they directly received training from him? This person comments on the Q&A thing. Why doesn't she have the tag? Blah, blah, blah. And it says, yeah, you guys don't care what the community wants. Changes brought to Fleet Arena. You guys are destroying your own community. And when we cut back on our spending and watch you sorry, greedy people cry and moan, it'll be your own fault for letting greed and stupidity dictate your moves. We've never cared about the community ever since CG Carey. She didn't either. You have zero concern or concept how to handle a community. You have no idea what balance is. You deserve to lose your jobs for how you treat this community, and it's your own fault. I hope people keep blowing up the forums and cut their spending, forcing you to change. Y'all are a trashy business. If I wasn't invested already, It's be easy to walk away. Pathetic. I don't remember. I very mildly remember CG Carey. I would never think of the name though. But now that they say that, I kind of remember that people hated CG Carey. But yeah, I mean they do suck at listening to the community. They never do. They send out their stupid little surveys and then you answer it, and they do the exact opposite of what everybody said. Like that recent one with, what was it, Omicron's going into galactic challenges or something. Oh, we don't want that. What do? Next character they launch has a galactic challenge Omicron. And it was just like, what? Why did you send us a survey if you're just going to completely ignore us? And yeah, they do suck at caring about the player and stuff. I mean, they focus so insanely heavily on whales and krakens, which I get it. Whales and krakens are giving you money, but like, what's the percentage of whales and krakens versus just regular players like me who put zero money into this game? I'm sure there's way more people that put nothing into the game, or very little. Like, let's say $100 over the course of a few years, versus whales and krakens. Whales and krakens are probably, 10% of the players, and yet you screw over the other 90 for those 10%. Like, one thing I've always said that they should do to kind of make the game a little more fair and stuff and better for everyone is come up with servers that kind of differentiate these people. Make it so that the whales and krakens are kind of in a server of their own, and then keep us in a server of our own, and then you can focus on doing different things for the whales and krakens in their servers that we don't get. Maybe different events for them, different feats that involve new characters, because chances are they probably bought the new characters, and if not, well, then you can keep trying to bleed them dry for more of their money. Versus us, where you're not going to get us to pay, because we never have. I've been playing this game for what, almost 10 years now? Or how long has it been? 2015. Yeah, 9 years. In in a month and a half, it'll be 9 years I've been playing this game, and I put nothing into it. No money. Not even $1. So, you're not going to get money out of me anytime. After 9 years, I haven't given you any. But yeah, at the end of this person's statement, he says, if it wasn't already invested already, it'd be easy to walk away. I don't know what they're referencing, if they just mean financially, like they have given them money, so now they're like, oh, I feel like I don't want it to just be a waste of my money. But like, that's one thing I've always said. This game is just makes me mad all the time. It's almost just worthless how much work you got to put in constantly. Even like the drops. Their drops always suck on everything. I feel like nodes that have like limited spins, if you will, before you gotta refresh them, I feel like if there's a character shard there, you should be guaranteed to get them. Like a light side or a dark side node, when you have 5 spins before you gotta refresh. I think if they should give you guaranteed 5 character shards. Nope, they don't. It's a random draw between 0 and 3, basically. It's just always dumb little things like that. Just make the game suck, and I've just been frustrated and thinking about quitting forever. But the only reasons I don't is because, one, just like this person kind of says, I've put so much time and effort into this game. Like, there's a lot more simming capabilities and stuff now, but before, when there wasn't, I was manually going hard on this stupid game, and it would just be such a waste for me to give up now. And then 2, I have this channel, and it's just like, I know I'm not big, but still, I've made a lot of videos about this stupid game. So I'm like, it would kind of be a waste to just quit, but yeah, it's a frustrating piece of trash. Anyways, I'm not going over these anymore. Yeah, what does force connection do? It doesn't seem to be, it's defined here. 2% defense and offense per stack. Huh. Is that true? Because I was thinking the same thing. It doesn't seem like it's defined. Lack of Jedi tag is stupid and dumb. Balance, what did they do? Actually test something? I don't even know if putting a Jedi tag would even matter. What's it really going to do to the Jedi team? Oh my god, you put the Jedi tag on her. Now she's bringing them up to the next level. She's barely a Jedi. Barely a Padawan. But oh my god, she's really beefing up that Jedi team. Like, what's it even going to do? You know what I mean? I think at best, do nothing in her kit then that has anything to do with Jedi synergy. Just have it so that way then, if she's in a Jedi team, she has like the leader ability can go onto her or something. Like, good enough, But anyways, there it is. Stupid Padawan Sabine Wren. Kit reveal and some community comments, plus my comments. That is all I got for now. So thanks for checking this out. And until next time, I said see ya.